Hello, 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 humanity. A long time, a long time. I know. I've lost my consistency. I already know that I I'm going to have to do what I need to do to get my consistency back. I know I missed you guys. I really did. I mean, I really missed you all. Uh, the old lady, I guess you say, how hard is it for you, old lady, to work on two things at the same time? I really am working on a few other things, and trying to juggle both at the same time. Something that you guys do that and 100 times more. The old lady, I'm new to it, and it's just more than a notion. And trying to still get on the other side of this technology is more than a notion. Hey, Eddie, with that being said, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous outside. As you can see, I'm still trying to get my visuals together. But with that being said, I have to go. I have to go, so let me go swiftly. So yesterday I didn't do much. I'll have you know that I am being consistent still with my exercise. Remember, I told you that I started standing so I could get a little bit more mobility, and so I'm standing for like 3 hours, which is way more than like the 15, 20 minutes of movement that I was doing. So, and I feel it slowly but surely coming along. I finally finished my first ebook, so I'm working on ebook two. I'm hoping to put that over on Patreon. So if you all wanted to get a hold of it, and it's nothing but just like a recanting of the eating lifestyle from beginning to end. Anyway, so yesterday, what I did, humanity, real quickly, I made a. What did I make yesterday? I made some chocolate and mustard covered burgers, and I know what you guys are saying. Oh my goodness, all of these differences. But humanity, remember, I was eating the equivalent of four adults and eating. For sugar. I was eating one box of donuts and a bag of cookies and a bag of candy treats. And at the end of the day, I was still craving sugar. So, getting the variety to us is very important because I just don't want to get bored. And most importantly, I don't want to get those cravings started back again. So I try a lot of different things. I look at this and look at that. But the cocoa powder, unsweetened, it is unbelievable how many nutrients that it has in it, humanity. And so what I did was it was real simple and effortless and affordable. I took one can of chickpeas, and it was just like my regular burger. The only thing is that I coated the top of it with unsweetened cocoa and mustard. And so what I did was, like I said, I took one can of chickpeas, washed and mashed, and you can just pulse them real quick if you want to in the blender's cup. And I put in 1 tablespoon of mustard. I put in the chicken flour, and remember, humanity, you just use a chicken bouillon, but watch your sodium. A lot of those bouillons, they have a lot of sodium, so you can get low sodium, but it infuses your burgers with a lot of flavor. And so I went in with maybe about 2 tablespoons of the chicken powder. I went in with 1 tablespoon paprika, 2 tablespoons onion powder, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. I went in with 1/4 cup of chopped onions, and I went in with 1 tablespoon of the wing sauce. And remember, humanity, some of those wing sauces are really hot in terms of temperature, so pay close attention to that. And I went in with 1 tablespoon of black pepper. I went in with 1 tablespoon of onion soup mix. The onion soup mixes that you get in the packet. I went in with 1 tablespoon of that. And then I went in with what else did I? I went in with 1 tablespoon of cheese, and you can use the one of your choice. I think I used maybe about a tablespoon of pepper jack. I'm not real sure, but you can use cheddar, Colby, whatever you choose. And then I think I maybe used maybe about 3 or 4 tablespoons of. And I went in with the 1/4. Tablespoon of chopped tomatoes. That's optional. and I put all that together, and I formed some patties. You might have to go in with two, maybe about 2 or 3 tablespoons. Oh, and I went in with 1/4 cup of oat flour, 1/4 cup of oat flour, and 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. I'm sorry, and I blended all that together. And like I say, you don't want crumbly burgers that are not sticking together. So you may start out with 2 tablespoons of water, humanity, and then if you see that your mock meat mixture is still not sticking together, that water should be like an adhesive. Hold it together so when you squeeze it and form your patty, it should stick. If it doesn't and it's rather crumbly, you need to add more water, humanity. So anyway, I formed my burgers. I put them in the oven, preheated the oven for 375, and you can go 400 depending on your appliance. I used the parchment paper, and I think I got maybe about eight. I take that back, maybe about 9 burgers out of the mock meat mixture, and I put that in the oven. I baked it for maybe about 15 to 18 minutes. It'll depend solely on your oven. And humanity, remember, we're a lot of the things, they may not be as aesthetically pleasing as we would like. We may even have to forego just a little bit of the flavor, but the personalization and the customization is key. A lot of you all have some awesome seasonings. Go in with what tastes good to you, as long as you're watching your sugar and your sodium intake. But you want it to be as tasteful as possible. But we're trying to get that sugar, as much of the sugar out, as much of the sodium, and all those things that are just not nutritious for us. And remember that your chickpeas, they're loaded with fiber, and it would just amaze you to find out that chickpeas are just loaded with protein. And a lot of you guys are really, really into your protein. So, you may even want to go a step further. You can take those chickpeas, if you don't have a dehydrator, you can put your oven on a real, real low temperature, maybe like 200, and let them dry out. Bake them for maybe about what I want to say, maybe about an hour, 30 or 40 minutes, depending on, how your appliance is. And then just put them in your blender's cup, and you can make that into a protein powder. I don't know exactly what most protein powders consist of, but that is another option for you. And it may, in fact, be a more affordable and convenient option. So anyway, with that being said, I baked the burgers, and then when I took them out, I used my pastry brush. Remember, when I first started out, I was calling the pastry brush a paintbrush, and it wasn't until my brothers and sisters on one of the cooking channels identified the brush where you brush, your sauces and what have you over your meats and vegetables, as a pastry brush. And and I forgot. I know. I'm substituting the Italian seasoning for the lime juice. I put in a tablespoon, and you may want to go 2 tablespoons of the lime juice, humanity. So make sure you include your lime juice. I know. I'm really getting to be just as fond of the lime juice as I am my Italian seasoning. I still go in quite a bit with the Italian seasoning as well. But anyway, I put in a tablespoon. And remember, we went over the spoons. The larger of the spoon is the tablespoon, and then the smaller of the spoon is the teaspoon. Hey, did you guys notice I don't have my music on? I was doing something, and I didn't have the time to put it all together. And I know also I need to start saying that all the music that you hear upcoming and in previous postings, that's not my music. So stay mindful of that. And so anyway, with that being said, I took 1 tablespoon of unsweetened. Make sure it has no sugar, unsweetened cocoa. And the minute that water hits that cocoa, it turns into like a very chocolatey substance. And then I put in maybe about 4 to 5 tablespoons of the of mustard, and 2 tablespoons of onion powder. And don't hesitate, humanity, to go in with various seasonings aside of that. So anyway, you're going to put in maybe about 2 tablespoons of water, and that sounds like that's really really small, but you'll see your cocoa coming into a chocolatey substance immediately once that water hits it. And if it doesn't, if it's not real smooth in consistency, add another tablespoon of water. And so when I blend, you blend the mustard and the chocolate together, and then you just put that right on top of your burger. Coat each burger with the chocolate mustard sauce, and then on top of that, you put maybe about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of cheese. I'm trying to get on the other side of that cheese too. I wanted to bring you exactly what the cocoa, because it really does have some nutrition in it, but I didn't get a chance to, so I'll try to maybe bring that to you later on. But anyway, if you have some mozzarella cheese, or like I said, pepper jack, Colby, whatever, put that on top, and put it back in the oven after you've coated each burger with the substance, and humanity. I'll tell you something else that I really, really, really wanted to do, and I look for it and I can't find it. I want to find some butter seasoning, that Orville Rittenbacher's. I run out of it so much, but. If you can find like a butter seasoning, I'm thinking that that would be really delicious too. Because, like I said, do your personalization and customization of things that you like. And I put that back in the oven after I baste it and put some cheese on top for maybe about, I want to say, probably about 3 or 4 minutes, just enough to let it melt. And then there's your mock. Chocolate mustard covered burgers. And then for bread, I did just your, you can go on the channel and get the bread recipe. All I did was I added tomatoes and I'm trying to think now, what exactly did I put? Refried beans. I put refried beans and beans and lime and tomatoes. And you just use the regular bread recipe. You melt your cheese and your cream cheese, and then you put your oat flour in, and it mimics flour immediately. And then to that, I put in maybe about a tablespoon of lime and 1 tablespoon of tomatoes, and two, maybe about no one tablespoon of refried beans, and that moisture allows the and then don't forget, with this particular recipe, you're going to need to put in at least 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, and you just blend all that together, and then you bake it. And I'm not really sure, but I might try that today. That same recipe would be good to make a really huge pretzel. So I'll try it, and I'll bring it back to you, because remember what we're trying to do, humanity, for the eating lifestyle. We want as much variety as possible, because we don't want to get bored. We don't want to go back. And most importantly, we don't want to get those cravings started up again. And it's so wonderful that we can reach in the fridge and go against what we're used to, our regular ingredients, and we're substituting it for cauliflower, beets, walnuts, pecans. Chickpeas and various beans. I made a really really nice two medley bean recipe the other day too. Oh my goodness, you man, they were delicious. And then there's a lot of fiber in those beans. Also, they were northern and red beans. I'm certainly going to bring that recipe to you. But with that being said, humanity, I wanted to say real quickly, I know that there are some of you out there that you're probably not even in the mood for cooking or doing your meal prep, which I'm still trying to get on the other side of it. I prepare do one meal prep, and there I go eating it before the day ends. And, it sabotages me a lot, because where I would just go in the refrigerator and eat my meal prep, I find myself when I get hungry, I'll just eat anything. So I definitely need to get on this other side of that to take out some of that recklessness. But with that being said, humanity, I was just thinking about you and how thus far, how the day has gone. I don't know if the undesirables, remember, the undesirables. That's just the old lady trying to put some humanness on hurt, pain, and suffering. But I don't know where you are in terms of your emotional standing today, humanity. I don't know if hurt is beat you down something awful. I don't know if pain and suffering came in and gave you a chop or a kick to add to the already unbelievable pain that you're enduring for whatever the reason may be. You got a lot of brothers and sisters behind you, on the side of you, in front of you that most certainly can relate, be it. Be it health, be it finances, be it relationships, whatever the case may be, we can relate. We're all remember. You got over 7 billion of us coexisting at one address. One address, can you imagine that many people? And we're all under one address called Earth. Yes, indeed. And we're coexisting so beautifully. I know, lady, you're naive. Not all of us. Yeah, but that's okay. We'll lend them some until they come around and, coexist with the realization that together will always be better than divided. So, with that being said, humanity, I'm hoping that today that two things are going on. That the any failure that the undesirables are trying to go through your mind, body, and soul. I'm hoping that you get some real nice sentiments and you have a mentality twist, a mentality change, a mentality addition where you've added to it, if not changed your mind, where you've decided as the undesirables, hurt, pain, and suffering, they've been cutting up and showing out and in your life already uninvited. No one took a written invitation nor a intangible invitation and said, come on, hurt and pain and suffering, let's hang out just a bit. None of you have done that, nor any of your brothers and sisters, and we're all taking the long way home, but we're not going that far away from home. We're lonely for hurt, pain, and suffering. So, with that being said, humanity, I'm hoping that if you've failed to stop the tears from flowing, if you failed to stop the syncopated beats of hurt and pain and just thundering suffering in your heart, where these undesirables have come in and taken up shop, and they're just cutting up, and they've already proclaimed victory over you today. They've already decided, hey, that's it, my beautiful brother, my beautiful sister, and you have completely forgotten about your awesomeness, that you're still standing, and that means absolutely nothing to you now because the pain is too deep and the suffering has gone on too long. And it's easy to forget that as bad as it has been, as horrible as it has been, and as long as you have suffered, you're still standing. So, hey, humanity, I'm hoping that something happens today, that you have a revival of sorts where you're getting your voice back, where you're getting your energy back, where you have some simple things to say to the hurt, pain, and suffering as they're adorning themselves with, yeah, he's getting ready to close up shop. She's getting ready to shut it down. They've gone as far as they can go. Hey, humanity, I hope you have a revival, just like when the sun is at its peak, shining bright and just in all of its awesomeness and tranquility and serenity. I'm hoping that you have a rhythmic beat that may be intangible, but your stance of still standing, it just exemplifies exactly what's going on the inside. Get out. Get out. That's what I'd like to hear. That's what I'd like to know. That's what the rest of your brothers and sisters that are on the side of you, behind you, in front of you, some with tears in their eyes, some with unbelievable suffering, humanity. It would just, oh my goodness, it's beyond shock and awe. But those of us that can identify thoroughly with the undesirables where they've stayed too long and they also came uninvited, I'm hoping that you'll tell them today, that you'll muster up the strength, that you will get a new revival, a new revigoration, a new energizing, that you just simply say, get out of my mind, get out of my body, get out of my soul, though I may have to take the long way home, though I may have to go with a lot of pain, I may have to go with a lot of hurt, may get a couple couple of denials, may get a lot of denials, may get a lot of delays, may get a lot of failure that you're going to dust your knees off, just like your brothers and sisters. You'll look on the side of you and see someone with dust almost piled up to their head where they've had the failure and they didn't get afraid of it. They accepted it and realized that with that failure, they are guaranteed to keep going because they're still going home. They're going home to get to better. And so I'm hoping that for you, tell those undesirables of humanity, even if you have to do it with tears in your eyes, with your heart aching with pain, tell them to get out. Tell them to get out of your mind, body, and soul that you're going home. And that home represents better. And that home represents getting on the other side. You're awesome, humanity. You deserve some peace and some joy. Do what you got to do, but don't you stop and don't you quit. Hey, humanity, I got to go. The old lady has to go. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.